See if we can find ourselves. The Meg's in the on position. A few daily races. Save the playlist. Live streams done. And click on it. Hello, hello. Right. We're on. Oh. Cars in the house. What will we start with, cars? Monza or Daily Race C? I'll let you decide whilst I grab a beverage. Race B, Cars fancies a bit of Monza. 10 minutes away for Monza, and more than 10 minutes away for that. And they're all in the veil runner. What brake balance did I use for the qualifying lap? Keith is in the house. Hello, Keith. Thanks for hopping in. I'll check now. I've not changed it. Just whatever it was sitting on. I'm not good with that stuff either, cars. If I bounce into a car and I already have it set at a certain brake balance, I just assume that someone has told me in the past that that's a brake balance to use. One to the rear, is that? Yep, one to the rear. Only mediums, yep. Flash in the house, hello Flash. Ugh. I want to get into a 54, there's a 54 there, like so there is. I was in it earlier. Bit of volume in the air. Mr. Turismo won't be pleased. He said that was fine. Five off 600s. Lads, did you not see Tidge's last video? Tidge brought out the the Mazda race at Bathurst, so he did, in that race that I was in. It cheered me up yesterday. I was sitting yesterday feeling all down and all sad, and I seen it. Tidge had the video, and I clicked into it, and he fucking gave me a shout out. He gave me a shout out in his last video, and he even says that after that race he came over onto my channel and had a nosy. So he did. Who would have thought it? Tidge was having a nosy at me. I was over the moon. So it was. So that's probably why I've got another couple of subs, because I got a wee shout out there from Tidge. I was chuffed to bits. Although we did slow him down and lose him the slipstream, so I had a bit of a red face. Although it wasn't only me struggling on that downhill for 2 laps in a row. Even Tidge on the downhill, I mean the back end was all over the place. He just about managed to catch it. So it made me feel a wee bit better that other people was struggling as well. What did he say? How do you know he was on my channel? He says we're just up here behind S Senior now. Scott Senior, I think it is. And then when he got up closer, he says, or Stephen Scott. He actually has a YouTube channel. What was it he says? He says he actually has a YouTube channel. He says after I finished this race, I actually went over and had a, not a nosy. What's the word that they use? What's the word? I can't believe I've lost the word from my head. A lurk. He says I actually went over and had a bit of a lurk on the channel, and he says, so fair play to you. So I did. And then after we slowed him down, we felt guilty and we didn't want to slow him down anymore. Like a gentleman, we moved out of the man's way and all. So we did. JJ is in the house. Get in there, Lewis. Get in there, Lewis. What about you, JJ? I hope you're not just here to shout at me and make me feel down. Do you still love me? Answer me that question, JJ. Do you still love me? Or even care about me a wee bit? Or have you got that hatred built up inside you still and that angry? Who had lurked? Tidge. Watch Tidge's last video that he brought out. You were in it as well. It was the race at Bathurst where you ended up quitting out. You picked up a couple of penalties, but I was right in front of him. He passed me, I passed him back, and then I made a mistake in the downhill and lost him the slip. So it did, but it made my day. Of course I do, says JJ. I knew you would. If you had said you didn't, I'd have had to put the replay on and give you a big red face about that last race. So what? And it's came back to hunt. It's came back to hunt us. So it has. Now both of us are being punished, I believe. What is it? A 5-place grid penalty for the last round or something. They're giving us both. So we're going to have to race and try and overtake people at Brands Hatch as well. Ooh, shit could hit the fan. Big time. Anyone practicing for Saturday's FI? I haven't even noticed what I've looked. I know I've looked, but it mustn't have jumped at me because I didn't have it in my head. A 3-place grid penalty we both got. That's why you don't start arguing in the chat afterwards, JJ. We would have been starting 1 and 2 if you had just went in the chat afterwards and says, "Good game, Scotty. Good game. God damn it. Good game." You know what I mean? Just hold that anger inside. Would have been starting at the front, hopefully. It'll make it more entertaining at Brands Hatch. Brands Hatch is very, very hard to overtake on. I have to win, so all you have to do is stop me. Don't overtake people. You're going to have me, aren't you? Is your plan an Ayrton Senna move? Is it? Or I should actually say a Max Verstappen move. What do you think? I've always said Michael Schumacher is the best driver ever for me. See, over the last 4 races, Lewis Hamilton is the best driver I've ever seen in my life. 100%. Any other driver, for me, Max has been trying to take him out for 3 races in a row now. He's had half a dozen tries to take him out, and Lewis has that much awareness. He knows it's coming. I don't know how he's going to stop Max doing it in the next round. But that race the other day, my goodness, I don't know how he got away with it. So I don't. He should be punished, I think, for the start of the next one. Although they've given him a 10-second penalty, which means it's not a penalty because he still got second place, I believe. I mean, so he did. So it's all square. I think he's just, if he qualifies in the top 3, he's just going to drive into Lewis. So he is. I don't know how Lewis is going to avoid a crash with him in the next race. I feel like it's coming. It's on the cards. Sean is in the house. Hello, Sean. Long time no see, sir. How's you? My plan is to qualify behind me. So as you're on the inside. JJ, what way are you starting in that Sirocco as well? Every single race. I'm getting a better jump off you. Off the line on you. What way are you starting? Because you need to watch how I'm starting. Because every race I've raced in, I'm slightly quicker than you off the line. If Max takes out Lewis next week, then Hamilton gets the title because Max will be. It'll not. It'll not. Is there a new rule? Saying that if you cause a crash, that you're allowed to be deducted points or anything? I haven't ever heard of a rule like that. If that was the case, Schumacher wouldn't have won. Ayrton Senna wouldn't have won. How many championships has been won with someone crashing into someone? I said to my dad the day, if I was Mercedes, I would be telling Bottas, right, saying in Q3 next week, I wouldn't care if he was disqualified or not. In order for Lewis, to not be took out, you need Max outside the top 5. I would just send out Bottas and say to him, make sure, Max doesn't get a good qualifying lap. Even should he just topped it deliberately. Block him or take him out or something. I don't know. I'm really, really disappointed with Max. He's fucking really, really fast. But I've never seen a driver that aggressive. Just way too aggressive. Sending it, trying to crash. He's 100%. He's been trying to crash. So he has, and it's not worked. I don't know how Lewis has managed to avoid all them crashes. He's clearly been trying to crash into him. Not even so much the slow down that time. That was a bit dangerous. He almost stopped on the track, so he did. But the dives up the inside, whenever the pass is already done, he's already been passed, and he knows that there's no way he's getting stopped for the corner. He's just hoping that Lewis, doesn't see him coming, and the both of them crash. The championship should have already been over and done with. Like I say, Michael Schumacher's always been my number 1. He's just been overtaken in the last 3 races. Lewis Hamilton is now the best driver I've ever seen in my life. How he has avoided those crashes, I don't know. Max will take. I think so, Keith. I think in the next race, even if he qualifies in third, he's just not. He's not stopping in the first corner. He'll aim, and he'll not aim. To dive bomb up the inside and push him out, because it's his last chance. He'll aim for Hamilton. He'll make sure there's contact, slam on the brakes way too late, loads of smoke, and he'll just be like, oh, I missed down the brakes. And I don't think there's a rule. There's not a rule in Formula 1 that says if you cause a crash or take someone out on purpose, that you may be disqualified, or at the start of next season he'll be punished and put back to the back of the grid or something. But there's not a rule saying that you'll be deducted any points or anything like that, as far as I'm aware. Otherwise, why would they not have done that stuff in the past? You know what I mean? Championships have been won in the past like that. My my phone still tells me that there's nobody here, not even myself. You don't think Hamilton can overtake Max without Max crashing in him? He was. I still can't believe he's not being punished at the start of the next race. They gave him a 10-second penalty, my dad told me, which is not a punishment at all because it doesn't affect any points or anything. I hoped after Lewis won that race the other night, I thought that meant Lewis had one more win than him, and then it would have been all different. Then it would have been Lewis who had a big set of coconuts into every corner, who didn't give a damn. But yeah, I've gained a shitload of respect for Lewis over the last 3 races. No idea how the man he has it in his head. He's trying to take me out, and how he's managed to avoid not being took out, I don't know. I think he's dead in the next one as well. I think there's a crash. I like that track, but it's a dangerous track as well, boys, isn't it? It's a track for a computer game. It would be an amazing, course on a computer game, but see in real life, I bet you that shit's fucking scary. The speeds. Touch wood, I hope I'm wrong, but I don't think it'll be too long till there's a few real bad crashes and serious injuries on that track. Right, it's still here as B, boys. There's no cold tires, surely. We didn't die in the first corner. That's a wee bit of shit at the fan for other people. What are we 4-lapper? It's a dice for cash. Dropped from the slip straight away. On our own, let's hope they start passing each other rather than driving away. Jerry's in the house as well. Hello, Jerry. The track race. I know yesterday's race was just never been a race like it, really, has there? I feel like the man's ridiculously fast at driving. He really is. But I've never seen a driver as aggressive, like on the edge of being ridiculously dirty for me. So he has, particularly in the last 3 races. In the last 3 races, I don't know how he's not been punished multiple times. Right, side to side action going down. Surely we're going to hit a good corner, Stephen. Get back at the party. Oh, that was a side corner, but invitation. Yep, we're at it. Guy behind had a good corner there. He's on his own, but like a granny. A good turn in. Oh, where to go, what to do, what do we think, boys? Nudge him on, encourage side to side action. I'm gonna sneak up along with him. What do we think? Sexy green car on your right hand side. I'll catch up with that chat after this one, so well, that's a big paragraph for me to read, JJ. Go on, I don't want that off you now, for goodness sake, there's another big straight about to come. Oh, he's a wiggler. We've got a wiggler. I don't think this wiggler's going to let me drive around the outside of him. Go on, come on, I'm making friends with you. I'm making friends with you. Low you in there. False sense of security, and then send that one just to try and stroke the life out of you. There we go, that worked out, because he wasn't going to let me drive around the outside of him, or he was going to have us off the track, I think. Oh, and get a wee bit of side by side between you two boys as well. Let's try and be fair. And drift back out to the outside. And you need to remember to keep short shifting it, Stephen. Oh, he went for the full sand up the inside. Oh, there's 4 of them. There was 5 of them turned up that day. I'm not being dove on from behind either. I'm just following him, staying the inside. Wee bit of rubbing. Nothing wrong there. Who's gonna have it? 5 of them. Oh, they all look thirsty. 1 lap to go. Is he diving for me now? APG, a 3-letter guy from Portugal. Oh, nearly volleyed him on off the track. Oh, he's gonna. He should have went to the right. Nice, he's going to the right. I'm not short shifting, Stephen. Speed for free. He should be over there trying to get a side by side between us two. What do I think? Wild crazy lunch time? No, we'll let him go for his own wild crazy lunch maybe. Still there, just about. Bring it back to me. Come on, get me in front of the man. Don't sand it on me. Come on, filter in. You know you want to. If he dives at me, he's only interested in a bottle of bubbly. He's lost a slip. Need those two to have themselves a race. Oh, and that was a shite corner as well. Third place seems to be all that's available, and he's going to want a bit of it as well. But take an unusual line just to keep him on his toes. Go on, send it now, boys. Again, we'll take an unusual wee line. Don't like wiggling too much, like, is he coming for it? The win was available. It was available, like, near a Norway bit of luck. A clean one, but can't ask for more than that. Right. What was that paragraph JJ wanted me to read? It was a book. The penalties and stuff has been stupid this season. How Max didn't get a penalty for the Brazil, yeah. Did you hear how much booing he's been getting as well over the last 2 or 3 races? People know, and Coulthard doesn't like Hamilton. I don't know why he doesn't like Hamilton, but he doesn't like Hamilton because that man has been giving Max backup, no matter what kind of ridiculous, wild, crazy lunge he goes for. Coulthard's like, that's how it should be. Let them race, let them race. That's what's happened in the past. That's what's ruined championships in the past. So it has. Schumacher ruined 2 championships. Ayrton Senna ruined the championship. Like, I know you remember those incidents, but you don't remember them and think to yourself, oh, what a finish to the championship. You remember them and think, that was the first corner. He ruined the whole race. I was waiting on that third race. I mean, the whole weekend, what a build-up, and he just ruined it. Mr. PTM says, thank you. Thank you. Well done. Who's that? Mr. PMT. Don't you worry. There's no hurry, we can take our time. Well, we'll stick at Monza for a while, lads, or do you fancy Daily Race C? I've not dipped my toes in the Daily Race C yet, so I'm not sure. I've only been on the soft tires, driving around. It'll take us a few of them. Check is in the house as well. You saw Toto smashing his phones. Yeah. I stayed up. I already knew what the result was like from YouTube, but I watched it on TV at 10 o'clock there last night, and I don't even like talking the way I'm talking, but I can't help it, boys. So I know there's loads of yous out there who don't like Lewis and love Max. He's a dirty dog. He is the dirtiest driver I've ever seen. Way ultra aggressive. The young man is ridiculously fast, and I know that to say champions are like multiple champions from the past anyway are multiple champions because they have that attitude. They're prepared to win a championship with crashing into someone. I mean, so they are. And for me, Lewis is now the best driver I've ever seen in my life. And it's only happened over the last 3 races. I didn't think anyone was ever going to beat Michael Schumacher for me. I thought Michael Schumacher was the best I'd ever seen. Michael Schumacher would have been crashed into. He wouldn't have had the awareness, I mean, that Lewis Hamilton has had over the last 3 races. Max has tried to take the man out half a dozen times, and he's avoided every one of those crashes. What do I think? Are we doing an hour? Race C for the lulz. Let's go. Well, it'll take us a few to, to get in date. 9 minutes and then it opens, so it could be like an orator 9 minutes after that. And 4 minutes. Well, I'll be able to squeeze one of these. I'll be able to squeeze one of these here in then maybe. 4 minutes and 4 laps. And then, yeah, I'll maybe be able to squeeze one of these in and then jump over. It'll not be as long. Don't say Max is dirty around Darren. He hates Lewis. If he doesn't agree, he's going to be sitting at home with a big red face. I don't think no one can dispute how fast Max is. Max is like, he's definitely up there with the best. I mean, that's ever raced. I mean, so he is. But he is more aggressive than anyone I have ever seen racing. Willing to do anything at all. I mean, to try and get the win, which isn't really different than Schumacher was willing to do that as well. Ayrton Senna, was willing to do that. You have people who's willing to do that, and when you have someone who's willing to do that, it usually ends. The championship should be over already for me. I've been ever so impressed with Lewis. Every time Lewis goes for the move, I'm just like, oh, he's going to crash into he, but he knows it. He already knows that Max is trying to, to cause a crash, and he's been outstanding. I still think Max is going to win it. I still think he's crashing into Lewis in the next race. And probably in the first corner, even if he starts in third, if it's a Mercedes 1-2, he's just not stopping, and he'll not go for a push off the track. He'll aim for the car. Darn supports Everton. At least he's loyal. At least the man's loyal. If he's an Everton fan, he's a bit like Jerry. Hamilton as a driver in the best car though, among the elite, but as a person, I believe, yeah, he probably does. See, I don't usually get into my sports people at all, Jerry. I mean, for the who they are as a person, you know. Like I have Mike Tyson on my wall. If you says to me, why do you think he's a good guy? I can't say he's a good guy, but he's on my wall because he was amazing at what he did. You know what I mean? I have all wee cars there, all Formula 1 cars, and I have Sebastian Vettel. I have two of his championship Red Bull cars. I don't like Vettel at all. I didn't rate the man. I didn't think he was fast. I thought he was in a ridiculously OP car. But when he won his 4th championship, I had to buy the car. I did. I had to get him in the room because he was a 4-time world champion. So even though I don't really rate him anywhere near as good as Hamilton or Schumacher, he still won 4 titles. At some point in a sport, whenever someone does so much, you have to give them their dues, you know. I don't think Vettel's even as good as Raikkonen or Alonso. So I don't. But he got himself 4 titles, didn't he? So we had to buy a couple of his cars and put him in there. But yeah, I don't, in sports, I never look at the individual person as, do I like him as a person or not. I look at what they do in their sport. Like, loads of people don't like Michael Schumacher because of what they think of him as a person. I love Michael Schumacher because of how fast the man drives a Formula 1 car. And that's it. No interest what the man does. No interest if he's cheating on his missus and if he's having affairs left, right, and centre. I don't like them. Like them for that. I'm just admiring them for, driving a car. And the same with any sport. Although the one guy who I did lose respect for in sports, I was almost about to buy a picture of him and have him on the wall, and then I was lying when I said I don't take anything. There was one person, Conor McGregor. When Conor McGregor hit that old lad in the bar, he was never able to get on my wall. As soon as that happened, I was just like, "Ah, man, what have you done?" I want Tyson Fury as well on the wall. I hope he unifies the division and then retires. Just retire, and he'll be on my wall. So he will. JJ is in the house on a second account that he does not give a damn about. From the back in a 4-lapper. JJ, put a time in, young man. Jerry doesn't support Everton, no, but the fact that you support Norwich, I never forgot there, so it is. The fact that you support Norwich and people who support Everton, West Ham, stuff like that, they're loyal, you know. They're not supporting them clubs for the trophies or for the fantastic football. You are loyal, so you are. Otherwise, you wouldn't be supporting them clubs. I'd love to see Lewis win it. And if Max does crash into him, I says to my dad, if he crashes into him on purpose and takes him out, I hope that they deduct points. But then my dad was saying to me, well, they can't, because there's no rule. I mean, saying that if you cause a deliberate crash, you'll be deducted points or this or that. He can be punished at the start of next season or this or that. And when you think about it, if they were able to deduct points, then it would have happened at some point in the past. You not think? There has been a few championships like that have been ruined. Man United fans are glory hunters, or they used to be. I'm happy to say that I've won enough trophies. I've had every emotion that is possible to have in football. I followed Man United from was about 12 or 13, so it was, which kind of coincided as well. I mean, just maybe 2 years before they started winning. Have small memories of Brian McClure and stuff, but yeah, most of my career following Man United, I've been able to watch amazing football and lots of trophies. So I've experienced it all. So it wouldn't surprise me now. We could go a long time. When you look at Liverpool and Man City and all now, like it could be a long time before we're ever back up there fighting again. Right. Was there a bigger Battle of Bubbly available this time? Would people be nice? Can't drive. Oh fuck, I'm scared. We've got a can't drive on the out area. Right, I'm doing my tactics in the middle of the track. If he misses his braking, he has left and right to avoid us. And he's been a wee gentleman. Because we were on the brakes are way too early. Right, come on, a good chicane, Stephen. Trust the man. He didn't send it on you in the first one. Why would he do it in the second one? He's going to send it on you now in a minute. Let's start driving a bit faster for him. He's already starting to think to himself, come on, man. You're too slow. Oh! The naughty boy. We'll hand it over to this guy as well. We'll take a short trip for him. We'll make friends with you. Go and get them. Take me places, sir. Take me places. Mr. Can't Drive. I'm telling you, I feel like he could take me places. If we push him, we can get away. Flash the headlights. I don't want it off you, man. Trust me. I'm still in the slip. No problem. He understands. He knows we don't want it. Oh, first and second place have had an incident. Oh, surely you'll stay out. We've made friends with you. Come on, I knew Mr. Can't Drive was going to take me places. Can I cling on to him? Need a good chicane now. Nice and patient on the way in. A good entry. There we go, that was a steady chicane. What the boy behind get it like? He's still in the slip. Our own cone, our own cone. Thank goodness. Ah, that's let him right back. He's right at the party now. There's 4 of them at the party, and there's only 3 bottles of bubbly. I'm thirsty. Mr. Contract does want a side by side between us. He knows now I'm going to have to try to send it if we get a chance. Just to stop people sending it on me. Oh, and a big red face for ourselves, a big red face for ourselves, an apology as much as we can. Call that an apology. There's no hiding it. There's no hiding. The shame and embarrassment after that one. After making friends with a man, he trusted us too. He left the inside wide open. He should have knew. He should have knew. That guy's on the ass. He's going to send it on me as well. Oh, come on. What do you think, Mr. Turismo? Is that allowed? Ugh, he's sending it. He's sending it. Go on. Take that stuff. Oh. Slow down to the pace, fellas. Slow down to the pace. Need the guys at the front now to have a fight. Or you make friends with me. There's still bottles of bubbly up there. Are you not thirsty? He does look a wee bit thirsty. Like, I don't know why he's not making friends. Go on. Adherb. Go on. I knew he was thirsty. I knew he was thirsty. One to go. A three-way for the win as well. So there's still a possibility. There's still a possibility. Go on. I love you, man. What a driver. Let's repay the favour on the man. Well, there's 3 of them and up there. Those 3 have a wee side by side in the next one. If us 3 can be nice and clean and smart, go on, go on, go on. We don't want it. He's defending it like. I'm telling you about it. I'll nail the Gucci cane there, but we're back at that party, boys. It was a 6-way for the win. Right, come on, man. Don't go defensive in this one. I'll flash the headlights at him to hopefully let him know. Come on, man. Ah, come on. I don't want it. Mr. Turismo, what do we think? No harm done. Shit is hitting the fan up there as well. Telling you, the bottles of bubbly were all still there. Couple of wee mistakes, and these 2 are still first place is gone, but there's still them or 2 still close enough. Can't drive. We'll have to fire him an apology. Come on, come on. Right, now you better defend it. He's not defending that stuff, and he could end up with a sexy nose. No, not quite. A top 5, always available. Surely you're not going to steal it on me. Go away. Get out of here. Can't drive when need to fire an apology out to him. Benson is in the house. Hello, Benson. Last time you checked, Jerry, new season in 3 weeks. Or Pallister, what he's talking about. You did 2 laps and you did a 54 point set. You're OP, JJ. We all know that. You had me scared at Suzuka, I'll tell you that, young man. So you did. I knew. See, when you went out off the track and you dropped down to third, I didn't feel like I'd done anything wrong. I felt like you, turned into me. But as soon as you dropped down to third, I knew you were going to be angry at me. So I did, and you were going to blame it on me. I'm sorry, Mr. Can't Drive. I said to myself, I was nervous, my wee hands were sweating. I held you outside the slipstream for 20 minutes of the race. I was like, oh, not a problem, Edward, not a problem. No problem, thanks for the race, good, no hard feelings then. But yeah, as soon as you dropped down to third, I said to myself, once you got up into second and you started hunting me down, I was nervous. I said to myself, he's gonna be aggressive. If he makes it back up here, the shit is gonna kick off. So yeah, you had my wee legs trembling ever so slightly. I'm not too bad. I'm not too bad. I know I'm fucking not looking after myself, Benson. I'd like to say that I'm growing it. I'd like to say it's the winter. It's for warmth, trying to keep a bit of heat in. But we're not. I know I need to go and get scrubbed. I need a shower and washed and scrubbed. I've been feeling sorry for myself as usual, and I hope I don't turn into a recluse who lives in the shade at the bottom of his garden, because we've got a bed in here now and we've hardly been out of the place for the last 4 days, so we haven't. I need to pull my finger out at some point. Are we quick enough to get in? Yeah, 5 minutes, right? We'll try race C now. You were showing your parents the major incident from Saturday. I don't have the replay saved here, but I don't feel like I did. There was, on the way into the chicane, on the way into the last chicane, I was cheeky. I could have been handed penalties or whatever for ramming into him. Side by side contact, but only having a conversation with him, because he punted me off in the corner before that, and then that annoyed me, and so I deliberately rammed into the side of him. But as soon as I rammed into the side of him, I slammed on the brakes and I let him have it again. So I did, but I was annoyed when he done that there, because that one move allowed him to get rid of 0.6 of a second of his penalty. I knew what he was at. I knew that he wanted to win. He had to do that stuff, but that was his plan. In my head, as I was driving after he done that, I was like, he wants me ahead of him. As soon as I'm ahead of him, he's going to push me, knock me out wide, and then pass me, and then lift off. So it kind of looks like he's apologising. He's not apologising. He's getting rid of the penalty, thinking about stealing the win. So it was aggressive. It had to be aggressive. There's a damn championship at stake, JJ. If I was too nice with you there, the boss would have sacked me. He'd have sacked me for sure. At turn 1, lap 2, you brake really hard, which made you go straight into the side. Yeah, I don't know, JJ. On the replay, I'll watch it again at some point. But like there wasn't much. If it had been any tighter on the inside, I'd have been on the grass. So would I? And you came turning in very hard. I felt like it was you who turned into me. But I did know from that moment that you were angry. Every time I was looking behind me, I looked behind me and I seen you had a half second of a penalty. And I was like, oh, he's pushing that fucking thing to track limits. Trying to catch me. And then I looked behind me a couple laps later and you had a 1.9 second penalty, and I knew that you weren't going to back off until you caught me and get rid of that penalty. I was ever so proud that I kept you out of the slipstream for 20 minutes of the race. After 15 minutes, I started getting a wee bit confident. I started thinking to myself, right, stop even looking at the time, just hit your own lines. It's him who has to be nailing the life out of stuff. But you did. You nailed the life out of it. And got me back. You tried to go back out. I don't think I caused your crash either, JJ. I think you dropped the wheel. We were squeezing each other. Every corner. So we were. There was one lap where on the run around the big right hander, on the run up the spoon, you were on the right hand side. I almost, in order to stay on the track, I was almost full lock turning into you because you were trying to squeeze me out. So you were. I was like, no, get away. There was no way I was letting you have it. In the next corner, I sent it and slammed on the brakes, parked it as tight as I could. So then, but yeah, your crash, I thought it was unfortunate. So it was. It was one of those Gran Turismo ones, a wee half a wheel in the grass, and away you go. I was lucky enough not to be involved in it. I enjoyed it, but I enjoyed it. It was an intense race for me. 2-3 in the house, Glasgow's in the house. Thanks for hopping in, lads. How's the racing going? We've done 2 Monzas. We had a 3rd and a 5th. Although first was available like in both races. Only we made a few mistakes. I've no idea what I'm doing in this one here. Well, I'm not. Right, everyone will be starting on the mediums. I've not even had a drive on the medium tires yet, so let's see how poor they are. And I didn't watch. I didn't get to see Luca doing any of his races, but Jeff was on while I was having a drive around that, so I didn't actually watch Jeff, but he was on in the background, and I heard him saying that he was doing 5 laps down the middle, so hopefully we'll survive. It'll take us 2 or 3 to find some sort of flow. Hopefully there's no top notchers on yet. I'm about to spank us. Richie in the house as well. Nice to see you, lads. Nice to see JJ back as well. A wee bit of me was worried with no hand tense JJ is sometimes. Key has put in a lot. What are they? How far off are we? We're off 45.9. 8 tenths. Ali done that in a Beetle as well. We did. Come on, man. Red, we need to focus now. There are going to be big red faces all around. There's a shitload of digits. My goodness. The nerves. It's like an FIA race. Rory's in the house, Ali's in the house, Key's in the house, all sorts of fast guys. Thunder's Terminator, digit stuff coming from the back as well. Taylor's there. Have a good race, good luck. I hope I don't crash any of you out. To Key, Ali, Rory, Oscar was in the house. I'm firing one to digit as well. Why not? Why not? If you don't try, you don't get. He'll maybe think to himself, oh, I actually do know 3 of those. I know Ali, Rory and Oscar. And Key has said that he was in having a nosy one time. He just never said hi. And now we know Tidge has also been in our channel just a couple of weeks ago having a nosy. And he didn't say hello. I wrote a wee message under his last video there saying I can't believe you checked out my stream. If you're ever in again, be sure to say hi. I'd love to win you a fabulous prize. So hopefully one day, keys on, you're not getting in the lobbies at the night. What makes you think you're not getting in the lobbies? Or you just don't want to, that's what you mean? I need a strat. Is it a fuel burner? They're all revving. I'll rev it out. It must be a fuel burner. Right, we need to drive it like a granny here in this first one. See if we can find some sort of flow. These tyres. Heard Jeff saying something about he only feels like for one lap he has a bit of grip. A lot of people in the FTs. A quick run through that just to remind myself that there was no need to have a run through that. The first one of the day, a 10 lapper. Don't like where I'm starting. Straight to second, please, Mr. Turismo. Oh, Rory, what's happened? What's happened? He's lagged out or something. He's lagged out. Right, cold tire steaming like a granny. Right. Guys behind just out of slipstream. Just cruise, man. Just cruise. A little lift on the coast. A lift on the coast and a cruise around that. Maintain a bit of momentum and a lift on the coast and a cruise around that. Oh, Colin was out to play. Oh, Ollie's. I had a red face as well. Two fellow YouTubers. This shit has hit the fan for them immediately. Guy behind now, Will in the slipstream after us, making a fool of ourselves. He's in a beat as well. Nice and early, Stephen. Show me your nose. Go on. We'll let you have that. No, I'll lift it off to try and give you it, man. I'll lift it off to try and give you that stuff. We've seen your sexy wee nose there. Would love you to take it. Go on, take it. Take me with you. Let me nudge you. Go on. You seem like you know what you're doing. And many of them is there. Many of them is there. You can have it off me as well if you want. There's time cruising. Go on. I'll have a lift on the coast. Oh, that you're bound to be ruining your tyres there, boys. Oscar on the ass area as well. He'll be hauling some ass, no doubt. Right, just trying to stay with these guys. They're bringing us forward. A lift and a coast and a cruise. Oh, needed a wee touch of brakes there. Need to lift earlier. Oh, telling you boys have hurt your tyres, haven't you? You have hurt your tyres. Right, I'm almost wanting past you now. I'm almost wanting past you again. My turn to take you places, maybe. Tires are looking spot on at the minute. Oh. Right. We do want to pass him now. If we get a chance. Because these other boys aren't going to be hanging about waiting to try and get past me. Pouliff. Oh. A top notcher. Stay on your ass as late as we can. Try and get you to mistime that, which he does. And then we'll pretend we're going wide there. No, he stays defensive. He's put us off going for a move there. Right, we need an early big lift this time. Right, didn't really lose any time there. There's a Matty Gaswell having no lift for you because you're a top notcher as well. And that'll be Oscar coming next. Go ahead, Oscar. Right, just need to try and follow these here guys now. Oh, come on. Lap 3. I wasn't even making it into that pit lane there. They're way in lap 3. We'll maybe come in the next lap then. Three seconds. What number's on the door? Big number 12. Mr. Turismo wants a top 12. Oh! Oh my goodness, we've no flow at the minute. We've no flow. We can only get better. We're on and off them brakes and way too much turning. He's dropped himself away. Right, you need to remember with this pit lane because we weren't making it into that last lap. Nicer in 4th. We're in the banky boy. Oh, it is a tight entry that, isn't it? Soft tires lads, no fuel, and a wee beverage if you don't mind. That was a quick stop, for Gran Turismo. Oh. Mr. Thunders. He's bound to be going places. Oh, going places. Alright. He's going for a trip. Again, we're not flowing a lot of these corners. Terminator, but a big run on us now. One thing, but didn't really want to side by side here. Although, like, that's what Mr. Turismo wants me to get. I would like to be ahead of you now, you know, I would like to be ahead of you, squeezy. Down we go, let's try and not get mauled. We can only get better than this anyway. We can only get better. My goodness, there's a lack of flow big time in this opening one for us. And down we go again. Digit on the ass arena as well. Let's not have a big red face live in Digit stream. Twelfth place is still right there, like. Surely Digit's about to start making moves. Oh, Steven! And still, we drop backwards. Three to go. There's just still a big bunch of them there, all about to get into a bit of a battle. If you can find some sort of flow, find yourself some sort of flow, man. Like a granny, early on the brakes. Throw it in. There you go. Lift off early on the brakes. In a second, roll it on. the boss is on the radio. What are you saying, boss? A top 15 is a must. I know, mate, but it's your man Thunders. He's a top notcher, like. I can't send a wild crazy one, surely. What? I can, even on top notchers. If he's still learning the last lap, you're saying. Right, okay. Needing to get into a battle. Oh. I can't wait for the next one. Oh my goodness. Oh, the tires are going big time now. What lap did we come in on there? 4. Right, we're not as good at looking after the tires as them boys. We're doing 5 and 5, and we'll see how that goes. Oh! What? He hadn't done one, or is he trying different strategy? I will keep the boss happy at the moment, as long as we can get a top 15. Epic Toby. They all must be struggling. They're not just ridiculously driving away from us, like. They're all having problems with Tarver. Look, they're all still right there, like, and we've not had any kind of flow at all. I'd say it'll end up being a fun wee one. I thoroughly enjoyed it in the other direction. Three of them there. We're bosses all on the radio. So really doesn't want to turn now. We came in too early. Oh, Digit's pointing the wrong way. I'm counting it as a win, Digit. I'm counting it as a win. So I am. Oh, the car won't turn at all. We haven't seen Ali coming back, or Rory. I think Rory may be lagged out totally. Pull off up into second. Let's test them all out. There's 4 of them. What are they like with headlight flashes? They should handle that stuff like absolute bosses, but you find those guys everywhere you go that just drive off the track. They shouldn't even be looking back here at me flashing my headlights. If they notice them at all, then it's working, because they shouldn't fucking notice those headlight flashes. They should be looking in front of them and what they're doing. Surely they're going to sand it on each other. They have to. They have no choice, or they'll be sacked. Oh my goodness, the tires are rough. I think shit still might hit the fan with at least one of those guys. Oh, the tires are in a bad way now. The Beatles usually have to even on tires. Boys came in lap 3 as well. Ridiculously OP at looking after their tires. twice around 2.25. Tim's in the house. Thanks for hopping in, lads. We'll get better. I assure you, we'll get better. He said, right before rage quitting and ending the stream in a bad mood in the very next race. And we'll stick with the beetle for the minute and give the beetle at least 2 or 3 runs out until we get some kind of flow, and then make our mind up as to whether we need a different car. I don't see why the beetle will not be competitive here, but it's competitive in the other direction. Rory and Dolly, hate to say it, but I'll tell the grandkids that we beat those two so bad that they quit out of the race. Mr. Jones, Key got third. Mr. Jones won lazy in the end, over 6 seconds. Tim, nice time as well, man. You're hauling ass on that steering wheel. Was it your Monza time or a time here? You done? I can't remember. It was a time here, I think. What was it? A 0.8, I think. Although I think I've seen you saying something about you went faster on your other account. A 0.6 or something. It's quite a nice track, JJ. You should drive around it and or bounce in and have a couple of races on your second account and find the flow. It's nice, and you really like it in the other direction. So I've never drove backwards around a badass track and thought to myself, that's crap. If it's a badass track one way, it's a badass track the other way. A 0.8. That's Tim. That's a good lap from Ali. In the Beetle as well. Ali done that. Four minutes of a wait. That's not too bad. The both of you boys flash on, Tim, are ridiculously quick over one lap. These are both capable of being up in the top 10. Harry's done a good lap there as well, hasn't he? Harry must have been waiting on this here, popping up one day. Do you not like this one? You must not like it in the other direction as well, Jerry. Otherwise, there's rumours at the back of the paddock. If you're saying that it's a badass track going forward and crap going backwards, I can already hear those rumours starting. They're saying your man Jerry, oh, I know, I talked to him before. He talks some shit, that man. Huh? You don't want those rumours starting. Your 0.6 was P5 in the Americas. Correct, I dislike it in the other direction as well. Well, that's alright, that's alright. If you don't like it one way, then you'll not like it the other way. If you learn it, but you will like it, promise you. It's a lovely flow to it as well. I'm not sure how good the racing will be in this direction, but in the other direction, whenever we done a week of dailies on it, by the end of the week, I was having a lot of fun. Surely Ali and Rory will be back. Their streams must only be starting. I may tell Bobby before the next race starts. What's that, Bobby? Rory, yes, the big YouTuber, and Basic Ali, yes, and there's a Digit. Yes, I know all those guys, the Digit guy as well. What? Are they faster than me? Not at the minute. Not at the minute, Bobby. We're a wee tiny bit faster than those three at the moment. Not for long, but only as good as your last race. Just ask a wise man. Jerry likes bronze hats. I know. I'm the last round of the Hugh race is going to be very, very interesting. It's a real hard track to pass on. And JJ likes making passes. JJ loves making passes, and he'll not be starting in first place. He could push someone off the track. He could have his bum smacked at the end of the race. Or surely he'll not push someone off and cause someone to crash and go off into the sand and still win the championship. Like, surely the officials will look at that stuff and say, no, like, we definitely, we need to give him a 10-second penalty or something there. Like, we can't have someone win a championship after being a dirty dog like that. I hope not. I hope not. There's no hurry. You're not far off him, Tim. You're close. A flash is ridiculously quick as well. So it is. From you got that, I'm not sure how quick you were, Tim, on the hand controller, like, but I know you're on a wheel now. You're definitely. You are good at one lap, hauling ass for one lap. I still think if I got yous all in a race, with another 15 guys in that race, I'd give yous a run for your money. Yous wouldn't just hit those laps, lap in and lap out. I'll drive around like a granny, half a second slower than your personal best laps, and still be on your ass or is. Again, Digit, Will's in the house, Pull-Off's in the house, Matty's here, Oscar's here. We're starting 13th, Comn, Fento. It's a badass lobby again. Rory's back, Ollie's back, Key's back. Blue Racers turned up to this one. And Mr. Jones. Mr. Jones. The winner of the last one. 13th. Hopefully, because it's a badass room, Mr. Turismo can't expect much from me here. I'll have a big number 15 or 16 on the door. Surely. You'd like to think so. Would be starting in 18th place if those other guys were to put in a lap time. Again, we'll say have a good race, good luck. 2, we'll fire one out to Key. Someday he's bound to bounce in and say hello, you'd like to think, wouldn't he? Ali, Rory, Oscar, Fento. Oh, we'll also say good luck to Digit as well. We'll keep Will's there. We should have just, we didn't even need to tag anyone. We should have just said good luck to everybody. Oh, we're still on the medium tires, aren't we? We are on the medium tires. 5 laps we want on them. Thank Flip, says JJ. What for? What for? They're currently faster than JJ. Right, hopefully we'll have a slightly better flow this time. Oh, let's get ready to rumble. Rory's done a 49.7. There is more in that for me as well, you know, but we'll improve that time for later on in the week if it turns out to be a real badass race, just by finding the flow of it. Racing. Karen is ahead of us. Karen Justice shouldn't be starting right in the corner this time. Need a later apex in that one. Understeer already kicking in there compared to in the first lap. That's Rory just done up ahead, Stephen. How nice would it be to say hello to that man during this race? Fuck, Stephen, I was looking to see who was behind me there. Half a second lost. And again, brain trade, the gamer's worst nightmare, kicking in. He's coming in. I came in lap 4 the last time my tires were done. Ali started well in front of us, so Ali's already done his pits. Ali's on the softs. Make sure we don't slow them on down. Go on, Ali. Don't really want to get involved. This guy here. Him and Ali in a race. Oh, that is a dodgy pit. White Tiger in the house as well. Thanks for hopping in. Right. 17 Mr. Turismo wants. There it is. Go and get it. It's up, just on up the road a wee bit. Well, I'd see he ended up back there. He's had an incident. Oh, Oscar, live on stream, a bit of a red face. He'll be back, but the finish in front of us, no doubt. Excuse me. Yes, alright Ginger, thanks for hopping in. Yes, we got out of Ollie's way ASAP. Certainly didn't want a big red face on Ollie's stream. in a different race as well. We hadn't done our pit stop yet. He's in 3rd place, so he is in that beetle. Right, you have to be on hard tires, man. You have to be on hard tires now. He's a fighter too. He wants to defend it. He's quite out. We're in 17th at the moment. That's what Mr. Turismo expected from us. Although Oscar is behind us. And so Will. So they'll be having us for breakfast. No doubt. Side-to-side action. Could maybe get someone to play with before the end. We're not really meant to be on our own, like. It is called the PlayStation. I'm telling you, there's people to play with there, Stephen, man. There's people to play with. Go and get them. Still not getting that one right at all. And this next one, the left-hander, after this. Have it done any? Oh, I've done a flash. If I practice, I've done right. I've definitely had a slightly better flow in this one. On and off the brakes a lot less. And a lot less arsing about with the steering wheel as well. So the flow is coming. Slowly but surely. And Ollie's, we don't need to change car. Ollie's in a beetle and he's up there with a bottle of bubbly. Come on, give me someone to play with before the end, Mr. Turismo. You know I want it. Was it the last lap that Mr. Trisman was going to give me someone to play with? Come on. Still just out of it. He looks like he's just out of it as well, but he must be struggling on his tires. The boss is on the radio. What's up, boss? A top 16, you say? Okay, not a problem, sir. On its way. Well, even flies your headlights at the man and say hello. The Beetle has crap headlights, you'll not even see them. Bring it back to me. Yeah, struggling with his tires. You know I love a bit of that. You know I want a bit of that. How's his exit? How's his exit on poor tires? Does he get back in? He does get back in. He doesn't defend it. He doesn't defend it. It's a sender. It's a last lap manoeuvre for ourselves. The boss is on the radio. Bring it home, he's saying. Bring it home. Oh, my cones is away. No idea where it was breaking there. Need to recognise where the cones are in the next race, sir. And we'll judge it off the curb. At least there could be a top 15 available if these two get into an argument. There's people not far away from us there like to play with. And another couple of races and a bit more of a flow. And we'll be in a wee bunch, at least, with people to race with. He's sending it on us. His boss is on the radio as well. My boss says, it has to be a cutback, it has to be a cutback, says the boss. Well done, saved the job, saved the job. Unlucky, sir. Mr. Jones again, a mile ahead as well. Hacking it is Mr. Jones. FI is a no stop. Mr. Toscan Ramadan is in the house. Hello, Mr. Toscan Ramadan. Nice to see you there. I know, Jerry, the job was safe. I seen him coming. I knew he had crop tires, but I fancied scurrying the boss a wee bit. You know what I mean? He was actually on the radio saying, why did you not send him to the outside? And then he congratulated me. He says, good cutback. Good cutback. Right, I'm sticking with the Beetle because Ollie's hauling ass there in the Beetle. So we just need to learn how to drive the damn thing. Where'd Ollie end up? Ollie was in the race for second place there, really. Look at how close that was for P3. And only a couple of seconds behind Key. It's really only Mr. Jones who's in a league of his own at the moment. Are you not allowed? Of course you're allowed cones in FIA. If you weren't allowed cones in FIA, imagine how fast I would be, Flash. I would have to learn how to drive without the cones. I'd have to pick proper braking areas rather than a roundabout there or a roundabout there. If they do make that rule in the next game, I'll be quick. I'll be good. If I'm forced into learning. I finished all your treatments. Thank God. Sorry, you must be having a discussion between yourselves. Thanks for hopping in. It's Cropsters in the house as well. I know we haven't seen JJ. JJ is I think we will see him in this race at some point. I think if you were to FaceTime him now, you'll find that he's probably locked in the bedroom with the do not disturb sign up, the lights turned off, the blinds closed, and practicing around this track. The young man doesn't like turning up unless he's one of the top notchers. You're in second split, so you're on. JJ, are you telling me, JJ, that if the aliens came down now and there was a tragedy and the only thing left was Gran Turismo's records, are you telling me that the aliens would look at it and see that my second account is faster than your second account? I'm telling you, my goodness, that'll be in the history books as well if that shit happens. I'm not sure what has been up with you, Mr. Ramadan. Hopefully all's good, but you're on the mend. No, Scotty, because they took the look at the main accounts. Maybe, JJ. Right, well, hold on. We'll just change that story. Are you telling me if the aliens came and the only thing that was left was second account information on Gran Turismo, that at the minute I'm faster than you? If the meteorite hit a certain part of the information that destroyed all the main accounts, and still I can just change that story, young man. Don't make me talk to Bobby about it. You were diagnosed with cancer. Sorry to hear that, man. Hopefully it's treatable. Hopefully they caught it soon enough for you, man. Best of luck with it. In we go. 2 minutes. It's not a bad wait as well. 4 or 5 minutes. I think I will have quite a bit of fun on this one this week, you know, by the end of the week. Hopefully by the end of the night we'll have a wee bit of a better flow on it, but by the end of the week, who knows, we could be hauling ass. We need to improve that time as well. There's definitely another 2 or 3 tenths in it for us. Even in the Beetle, without getting in a different car, because look at the time Ali's done in the Beetle there. We can take our time. Did you do the thing, JJ? At Willow? Or did any of you do Willow? And get a good result? The Corvette's awful on fuel. Can you not just totally rip the arse out of the short shifting? I mean, their Corvette half decent. Like, the Beetle is very, very crap on fuel when you're revving it out. But it's very similar to the Corvette in terms of if you change gear really early, it still maintains speed pretty good. So you're able to just change gear like before you hardly even see it. And is the Corvette not like that? Because you already have to short shift it. So maybe just change gear like at the bottom of the bar, as long as it still builds up speed. I know the Beetle, you can ridiculously, short shift the Beetle, and it's really good at saving fuel. But as soon as you start revving it out, it's ridiculously poor at saving fuel. You couldn't manage the car. I remember you saying that. Come a little closer. And if you haven't already seen Tidge's last video, guys, please go and check it out. I can't believe I got a shout out from the man, and I can't believe that after that race he was having a nosy. He was on my channel in the background. My goodness, If we had a knew that, JJ would have been on top of him, hitting them with a spanner, saying, stay here. Digit has had enough of starting from the back. He's put in a time. Key, Digit, Blu-rays are still here. Ali's back, Rory's back, Fanto's, Corn's here. Still, it's a Monday night. It's a Monday night, isn't it? Top notchers. Still people coming with no time. Oscar has put in a... That's not a lap, really, is it? He just wants to start in front of those quick guys. Again, out with the have a good race, good luck to Ali, Rory, Oscar's there, and Kane Digit is there as well. I will also going to say good luck to Blue Racer, Taylor, no Taylor, Fanto, who else did I see? Yeah, we're going to have to just start saying good luck. I'm not tagging anyone. Boom, good luck. The laddie is. Rory says, smile, this race is on YouTube. Never mind smiling, Rory. You might hear me fucking screaming and shouting at you, man, if I get some side-by-side action with you at some point. Your viewers will be like, what's that noise? Who's that yelling? It's your man in that sexy ass Beetle. They'll be like, oh my god, have you ever seen a sexier Beetle in your life? Thank you, Tim. Thank you, Jerry. We'll hopefully continue to find a slightly better flow. We can only get better, really. Oh, revving it out. Try number 3. Renowned for being lucky. 3rd time lucky. Everybody says that's it. All over the world. We probably don't even have to try in this one. You can't beat luck. I'm gonna go an extra one to the rear with my brake balance as well. See what it helps me at all. With the tower. He said right before crashing in turn number 1. Oh, I might give it a wee wiggle, you know, before them corners. Back end stepping out slightly more now with a brake balance to the rear there. Colin, stay inside, man. Getting awful in that corner. Come on, Taylor, find your flow. Oh man, the boss says I have to go for it. Boss says I have to go for it, Taylor. Taylor's first race maybe of the day. Or our first go in that car anyway. Nice, got the flow. Thank you. Oh, come on, come on, come on. I braked too late for that corner and you were still topping my ass. There's a queue of them, there's a queue of them. He's flashing the lights. I see you, baby. Flashing them lights. We're trying to go for yous, we're trying to go for yous, boys. Yous are too damn fast. Slow down. Back off. Too much pressure on a man's ass area. I'm gonna fucking shit the underpants. He found his flow as soon as we got ahead of him, so he did or did, was he just starting? Oh no, there's no hard tires. He just needed the sexy ass in front of him to follow. That's all was wrong with the man. Almost be better ahead of me now, you know, it'd almost be better ahead of me. Maybe take me places. The man's got more pace than us at the minute. Go on, go for a move on me. Go for a move on me. Show me your nose. Come on. There's Oscar as well. I don't want any of it, boys. I don't want any of it. I'm on a lift and a coast and a cruise. Go on. As soon as we have a lift, a coast and a cruise. End of the pitch. Right. Let's see if we can find our own flow now with no pressure on the ass. We can take our time. Slightly better apex at that time in that corner. What are we on? Lap 4. What do I think? What do I think? Come in. Tires may last a wee bit better than what they did it was the first time. Just because, well, no, you're not got in. You're not gone in now. Make your mind up for yourself there. Ollie, again, out of the pitch, in a different car. The man's just chopping and changing cars and he just hauls ass. He's OP. Let's get them hazard lights on for the man. Go nice and wide for him. Hazard lights on, Ollie. Hopefully you see that. We'll go all sorts of wide for you here. There you go, man. Hopefully Ollie will tell all his fast friends all about that. Did you see how clean that boy was? I think he's a YouTube channel as well. One of the cleanest drivers you'll ever likely race with. How nice was he? Front tire's still going quicker than the rears. I might try going even further to the rear with the brakes. Pull off behind us and in his own race as well. We're going to be very slow in this corner too. We need the hazards on, so we'll do. Again, I don't want to slow the man down at all. Totally different race. Oh, come on, he was ghosted. Mr. Turismo. The fucking car was invisible and I still hit him. I'm telling you, really, I see Mr. Turismo at the next team meeting. He'll have a big red face, for sure. Oh, Stephen, you were greedy. We've still got them hazard lights on as well, for goodness sake. Looking like an amateur. Right, come on. Now, what number? 13th, Mr. Turismo wants. Right, the man behind us made a mistake. We'll be able to get that brake balance sorted now in a minute. See if we can get used to how the car handles. If I can get on the bloody straight. Let's rip the arse out of it. We'll go all to the rear and see what it handles like. Back end definitely wanting to step out on us a bit more. Might help us though get around those corners. Right, we'll leave it there. It can only help the fronts. Can someone check on Ollie's stream what brake balance he was using on the Beetle? Was any of his watching? Ollie? Or catch what he said? Ollie said, thank you, not a problem. It has to be done anyway, like, to be honest, doesn't it? For goodness sake. If I know we're saying we're nice and stuff, but if we hadn't have done it, then would have looked like a fool. So would have. He'd have been like, oh my god man, you're slow, you're on a different strategy than me. What are you doing? Get out of the way. There'd have been a video brought out about me. He'd have been like the dumbest guy in Gran Turismo history. Yes, if anyone knows what brake balance he was using in the Beetle, it would be nice to know. Or where his boost button is or whatever. He clearly had ridiculous pace in it. Ali said, you're slow. I know, I am. My goodness. Hopefully he says, I'm slow, but he's clean. He's a gentleman. Go and check him out. He might even say he talks about a shite like, oh, ah, oh, oh no, that did not work out. Back we go. Mr. Turismo's not getting what he wants. 13th. I do think I'm going to try it all to the rear, but get used to it. Well off the pace. We can only improve, but we can only improve. He said right before, never improving the rest of the week. Wonder what the rest of their tires and all are like compared to mine. He was using +1 on the mediums and +2 on the softs. I'm just crap at looking after my tires, you know. Just need to be a lot smoother. Stop turning your steering wheel. That's what JJ tells us to do. Right, so he was +2. That's where it was at the start. Oscar, I know you haul ass, man, but my boss is about to come on the radio and tell me that he wants a top 14. You better get a move on, because I'm starting to want that. I'm starting to feel like it's available. It looks available. Is he struggling? He's been pitting in early. Oh, he must be struggling with those tires. He must be struggling. Struggling enough for me even to threaten this. Actually, he knows, just so as he knows I'm coming for it. With no hand to tell you on a plate in the early stages of races, but he needs to find out how much we want the top 14 at the end of a race pretty soon. It's still available. It is still available. What's that, boss? Permission for the wild crazy motocross style lunge. Okay. He'll probably trust us too. He'll probably think that we're never going to send it, but we are, Oscar. We'll want that shit. We'll want it bad. Last lap and what have you. Even if you were Fraga, would want that shit. He wants it just as bad as we want it. Oh, Oh, there was a sexy yellow car. He did leave space. He did leave space in the end. So he did. We're still there. We're still there. Got a wee bit of a gap. And he struggled in this corner the last time. Oh, he didn't protect it. He didn't protect it. That would have been a crazy one though. Still there. Still there. Still possible. A decent corner. A lift and a coast and a cruise and a get the nose in. And a gimme, gimme, gimme. Go, go, go. Come on. He knows we want it now as well. Again, my cones disappeared there and I didn't pick up on where they were. Oh, Oscar, I'm putting the sexy nose there. At least threatening one. Does he miss his apex or anything? He doesn't. Need a good corner now. I'll get a run on him. Into the last corner. It is going to have to be wild. It's going to have to be crazy. I feel like he's going to have to defend that, but... Oh, okay, it's from a mile back, it's from a mile back! But the wild crazy one was sent! It had to be! Did he get the cut back? The cut back had to be good! Well done, sir, well done! The fans had themselves a treat. That synchronised handbrake turns at the finish line as well. Well done, Oscar. Good race. He must be struggling on the tires at the end of the race there, or he's crashing as well in order to end up a way back there with us. He's having a crash, which is probably hurting his tires a lot more. Ali has changed into the FT1. Taylor is in the house as well. Sorry, you picked the wrong car. You're alright, mate, you're alright. When I was behind you, I says in the stream, it's either his first go of the day or it's his first go in that car, which we ended up making a move on you. And then as soon as I was in front of you, you found your flow, and I was like, oh my god, he's faster than me now. We'll want them in front of us again. So I did. I'm still struggling. Need to find a bit more pace at the start. Maybe need to come in earlier as well. Good effort. It was the boss. He patted me on the back. It wasn't even the top 10, but he did. Didn't say nothing, like he just went on the way past with a bit of a smile on his face. Back in we'll go for another. Apology for the crunching. Any of you that are being deafened, and any of you who love it, this is for you. Just for those fans who are tuning in just to see people crunching stuff and eating, you know. You were holding back the tears. At least we went for 100% effort, and we didn't take him out. It was a perfectly legal, wild, crazy lunge from a mile back. But sure, last corner, last lap, rules. What rules? Is that not what we like to say? Right, so I'm just going to try and push hard on these mediums. I'll go +1 then. I'll just try and push hard on them. And I'm going to come in on lap 4 as well. I know we struggled that first race, but we did have an awful flow that first race. The tyres might last a wee bit better now with a slightly better flow. Can't believe I hit that car on the way into pit lane as well. He was ghosted, and it still classed it as if he wasn't. %110 next time. We'll surely have to start improving. We'll have to start getting what Mr. Turismo wants from us, at least. Many goes have we had now. We'll hopefully get Alice in at one point of the night. Oh, here he's getting a wee bit quicker now. Or other people. We're not even getting up to say hello with Rory and stuff. We've no ice tray here, but we've an empty can of cider. That'll do for an ice tray. We can take our time. Come a little closer. Unplug the telephone as well, as it's at 100% charge. Are you looking forward to any of these yourself, Jerry? Are you a Monza fan? Will you be having a go at Monza this week? Or Daily Race Abe was Brands Hatch Indy, was it not? You'll surely be having a wee go at it. We can take our time. You tried, Race Day, people kept on punting you. Brands Hatch for me is a lovely track to drive around on your own. It's one of them. It's ridiculously hard in a race. Trying to pass someone is, if they don't want you to pass, like if JJ's ahead of me, it's not going to be possible. JJ's aggressive enough to where he'll just not allow me to be passed, and if JJ's behind me, he's aggressive enough to where I'm being pushed out into the grass. I ain't going to need the officials to help me out if I want a chance at this championship. It's in the new year, I think, as well, isn't it? Race B, need to do a better time. What about... Oh, the last one, there'll be drama, and if I come out on top of that drama, there will be a 13-year-old lad in the chat firing out all kinds of abuse and demands to check the replay. Did you see what he did in me? I'm not taking this. If you aren't going to punish him, I'll not be back. I'm telling you, he needs punished. He passed me on the right hand side. You don't pass people there. You might be putting in a special guest appearance. You could end up starting in front of me and JJ. So you could. Team Scotty, are you Team Scotty or Team JJ? If you end up qualifying in front of us, because you've definitely got a bit of pace there. And remember to change your settings. 15th in this one, still fast, guys. But no time. Tedsley is in the house. Oscar's still here. Key's still going at it. Ollie's still here and Rory's still here. I'd love to find a flow and be able to get up to Rory or something. Some more alcohol. For bravery on these medium tires. What is there? We're at +2. I could be the fly in the ointment. It could. I'm telling you. I just hope JJ, doesn't leave me forever. He's too competitive. So he is. He wants to win too much. And for the aggressive he is, he wants me to treat him like he's a wee princess. And I can't do that shit with a championship at stake. I can't. I have to give it back to him. I have to squeeze him back. Because I know he's going to hand that stuff out to me. He had my hands very sweaty. In that last race, I was shading myself when he was hunting me down. I was like, oh, he's coming. And then he got in the slipstream and I was like, right, deep breath, brace yourself for a ridiculously aggressive race. Right, that's one. Right, I'm just trying to be aggressive in the first stint, Stephen. Go, go, go. Right, and I am having a wee wiggle here, you know, just to try and get a bit of heat into the tire, see if it helps around this section at all. It felt like it helped me feel a wee bit steadier there. Oh, Taylor's dropped a wheel. Oh, oh, three wide Oscar needed space, but oh my goodness. Oh, sorry, Blue. Nice Sega library as well. Sega. Oh, he's dropped himself a wheel. At least we were hanging a bit better this time. What do I think? A chance for a send, a chance for a send. It is a chance for a send, alright. See if we can sneak up one. A wee sneaky one. No, Colin came out. Oh, the tires. Dropping down again, same spot. Oh my goodness. Right in the pits this lap. Hello boys, soft tires, no fuel, and a wee cider please. Rory is on the warpath. Why? What's happened with him? What's happened with Rory? I've seen that he was behind us there. He's hopefully not on the warpath with me. I've done nothing surely. Oh, Colin McRae. Oh. This guy was very aggressive with his squeezes. Come on. Let me back at the party, boys. Let me back at the party. These two are aggressive. Chance to get back at them. It's one of them tracks as well, you know. Needs to be like a bit aggressive to get moves done. Come on, look at how aggressive they've been with your Steve. You're still not at the party, man. Look, they're not pleased. They're not pleased. They're having it's going to be a boom boom. There's a 2 for the price of 1 sale. Carn's not going to be happy now with him. Take me places, Tiller. Take me places. Rory's up behind us now as well. Ugh. don't want to slow right down here, so I don't. I think we're going in another car. I'm going to pick another car. So I am. See if we can get a bit more top speed. That FT seems popular, doesn't it? Nice racing, man, nice racing. We've not got the pace, we've not got the pace. One to go. The boss is on the radio. He's saying you may bring fucking 18th home or you're sacked. How much did Mr. God want the top 18? I think he wants it a hell of a lot. He's on the ass area. Luckily, I wanted a lot too. What's OP on the tires in Group 3? What car is ridiculously OP on the tires? Oh, come on, oh, come on. He didn't take advantage of it, he didn't take advantage of flash of the hazard lights for you, even though you can't even see the bloody hazard lights in this car. He was back for more. The boss is demanding it. He's demanding it. God knows it's coming. I thought we were on a different part of the track, but I thought we were on the run down to the last corner. And we're not even within lunging distance, he said, right before the wildest, most craziest lunge from nearly 8 tenths of are but too far, are but too far. We're going to find out. I think that's too far. I think that's way too far. It was way too far. It was never happening. Your man, Crispy, was awfully slow, wasn't he? There was fans and all laughing at that guy, Crispy. So there was last place, 20th place, that guy Crispy got. My goodness. We're struggling. Right. So FT1 looks like it's the popular one. Maybe we should bounce into it and try to find. Ali has been sticking with it as well from we changed, even though he was hauling a lot of ass in the Beetle. We'll bounce into it and see if we can find some kind of flow on it. Struggling to get any. Struggling with pace. can't really say it's the Beetle just because other people are in the Beetle. Ali had a couple of real good drives in the Beetle, but we're certainly not able to make it work at the moment. Felt like we flowed a bit better there at the start in our first stint, but still ended up moving backwards. We've been moving backwards from the start. There's no forward movement for us at all at the moment. Let's go and have a practice in this R1. Where is it? There it is there. FT1, a sexy yellow and black livery. And we may try it on the mediums as well, see how slightly it was. Rory said, give Scotty room. What happened to Rory? Did someone take him out? The Ram guy was very aggressive. So he was. I tried to give Rory room and I drove off the bloody track. But we didn't slow him down. That's the important thing. Know what I mean? Especially while we're struggling for pace. There's nothing as bad as slowing other people down and feeling guilty. It just makes you even slower. Alright, on the mediums. Oh, mediums please, Mr. Turismo. Let's see how slidey they are. Lads, have anyone been watching the other chats? What brake balance are they using? And does this car go to the front? What brake balance? Can any of you give us any information on that there before the next one starts? Oh, she's got a back end. She's got a back end. This one. Chances of a crash pretty damn high. Zero's good, says Tim. Right, thank you, Tim. And there's no tabber on here. I'm assuming it does have a back end there, so I'm assuming we'll not really struggle with understeer then in this one. A little more be the arse will start getting slidey on us. The gearing has been pretty similar to the Beetle up to now. And I rev it out and everything, don't the boys? I think I do rev it out because I had a couple of laps around in this one. Literally only a couple of laps around, but I think I watched someone driving it and they revved it out. Or was it the Renault? I've done a couple of laps in the Renault as well. Use -1 for quali, +1 in the race. So I've mainly used 0. We'll see how it goes in 0. We'll stay on 0 and see if it's a wee bit better than the Beetle. Maybe even just if I'm able to move forward or make a pass rather than dropping back constantly. We'll give her a couple of goes and make sure we've got some kind of flow on it before. Oh! And there's no fuel in it at the minute either. My goodness. What's first gear like? No, we don't want any first gear. Purple sector. Struggling with this here next wee corner here. Not getting that good at all. And that last one, and not the last one, the big left-hander before the last one. After this one. Flies has a room open for Interlargus. Interlargus is the next manufacturer, isn't it? It's not one. I mean, it allows you to change the settings as it flies. I'm hoping to maybe hit lucky in that one. Oh my god. Ridiculously like a granny. I'm gonna have to drive this. What is the DR for the rooms or for flies to get in? If you really want to improve, change the brake balance during the lap. -1 for turn 1 and 2. +1 for the rest of the lap. That's asking me to not have my radar. And then, well, I'll be nervous doing that. So, well, in case I ruin other people's races. I've done that before, but in what track was it? There was a certain track where there was like one corner that I ended up just going all to the front for that one corner, and then it was possible for me to do, because then as soon as I was heading towards that corner along the straight, I changed it, stopped it back in from stepping out. Oh, just for quality, I can't improve. I can't improve now at the minute anyway. We're on the mediums, but yeah, we'll definitely we need to improve that qualifying time for sure, like for later on in the week. We'll be losing ratings like each time. Momo's has turned up. He's in the house, in the Supra. Fires here in the Beetle. 3 Beetles, 4, 5, 6, 7 Beetles have turned up. Wait to see if the Beetles can dominate this race now. Fire's about to show us what the Beetle can really do. Again, we'll go out with a have a good race and good luck too. Blue Racer, Ollie's there, Rory's there, Momo's is there, and we know Tesley. Coque Lopez is in the house. Coque Lopez is in the house as well. +1 for the race. There we go. We'll not even have to mess about and look at that now. I'll be happy if I don't crash in this one. That was a very slidey back end on it, like a granny out of the corners. He says before crashing in turn number 1, we'll be starting. We're going to be starting right on the bend as well, I think. Come a little closer. Let's go over what I had in mind. Baby, like what's Coque? Coque's in the Hyundai. Momos. First time I've seen Momos. This will be his first one of the day. He might be a bit slow until he gets warmed up. Oh, my goodness. Oh, Steven. Oh, Momos. Oh. Have to go for the move now on him. Oh. Not even in the same race as these guys now. Really don't want to be holding on the open up. Ollie behind us. Get out of the man's way. Oh, sorry man, sorry, we flash of hazards. Poor awareness from me there. Thought all them boys just came out of the pits in the last lap and that's how I got mauled with them. Bring him back to me. Okay, Lopez up behind us now. It's just my imagination, or are we doing slightly better in this car? Felt like all these boys had our pace, like. Or are they just slowing each other down? Mr. Lopez is all over the ass area at the moment. The boss is telling me to fight. We're not going to fight him around the outside, our boss. So we're not. My goodness, the man's about to take his places. He's about to take his places. In a Valentino Rossi library as well. My goodness. Been mauled. Last lap, anything to be had, anything at all. Opportunities, where to go, what to do. You need to be all over that shit like a dog on a piece of meat. A fly on a lump of shite. What do I think, boys? Anything going to open up for us? Oh. Oh, oh, I nudged him as well. I nudged him as well. Oh, sorry. Ah, he's got a penalty as well for that shit. Can you believe that? For our first go in this one, that didn't feel too bad there. Whenever struggled the first couple of laps behind Momo's as well. Momo's in his first race of the day. Right, that's going to tally up to 2 seconds. We need to finish 2 seconds behind him. Oh, it didn't feel that bad. Started getting a wee bit of a feel of it there. Or felt like it. Hard to tell. All them guys might have been slowing each other down, making me feel like I was hanging with them a wee bit better. But I felt like I was hanging with them easier than what it was in the Beetle there. We'll stick with that one. For 2 or 3 at least. Time are we at? It's 5 to 10. Who was that guy finished in front of us who we pushed off there and handed it over? Sorry. Yeah, where are you? Where are you? There you are. We can take our time. No worries, he says, no worries. Who got the win there anyway? Far done. Second in the Beetle. I could hardly believe it when I heard the news today. Far with a 150 in the race. I know he's OP, isn't he? And especially when it's a tower race. When it's a tower race, he's always extremely good on his tires as well. Come a little closer, let's go over what I had in mind. Hey girl, you make me wanna write a song. Sit you down and sing it to you all night long. I had a melody in my head since you walked in here and knocked me dead. Yeah, girl, you make me wanna write a song. And it goes like, ooh, what I wouldn't do to write my name on your heart, get you wrapped in my arms, baby, all around you. And it goes like, hey, girl, I'm blown away. Yeah, it starts with a smile and it ends with an all night long slow kiss. And it goes like this. Yeah, girl, you make me wanna drive you home. Get you out of here and get you all alone. I don't know what it is about you, baby, but I'm all messed up and it might sound crazy. But you make me wanna write a song. And it goes like, ooh, what I wouldn't do to write my name on your heart, get you wrapped in my arms, baby, all around you. And it goes like, hey, girl, I'm blown away. Yeah, it starts with a smile and it ends with an all night long slow kiss. And it goes like this. Hey girl, what's your name, girl? See, I've been looking at you, and every guy is doing the same, girl. We butterfly matched my library there as well, so it did. Be ashamed, girl, if I let you just walk on by, because I'm all caught up in your sweet smile. A girl like you comes around once in a while. You're so hot, gotta give it a shot. I gotta get a little bit of what you got. See, I know you don't know me, but I can't leave here lonely, knowing I didn't even try to make you mine. And you might think I'm crazy, girl, but who could blame me? You're looking so fine, got me all tongue-tied. And the only line that I can think to say is, hey girl, what you think, girl? You look a little thirsty, let me go get you something to drink, girl. Before you blink, girl, I'll be right back by your side. And if you want, we can roll out. I know my way around this town. I got a shotgun seat for you. You can tell me where it is you want to take off to. Under a minute to have our second take in this car. I definitely felt like we'd done a wee bit better in that car. There was a larger bunch. We were mauled at the start, being nice, not sending one on Momo's, hoping he would get warmed up and into his flow, and then we got mauled by them couple of Beetles. And then a load of guys came out of the pits at one point, and we almost let 3 of them past us, thinking, oh, they're all on fresh tires. Whenever Ali was on the ass out of the pits, and we thought to ourselves, right, and we moved out of his way immediately, and then another 2 or 3 went past us, and we thought that they had all came out of the pits as well. They ended up they didn't, they came into the pits. But at the end of that race, we were hanging with them, that wee bunch of Beetles, that in the Beetle, we weren't really hanging with them. I felt like they were driving away from us. This car any better? It was it felt a wee bit, Jerry. We'll find out. We'll find out. I felt like I was able to hang with other people a bit better. Those guys in the Beetles who were driving away from us in the oil races. Still a good room as well, like. Let's see what we can do this time around. We'll hunt out. Have a good race. Good luck too. Burrs is back. Taylor's there. Trying to make friends with Burrs. And Momo's in the house. Rory's in the house. And we'll chance our arm and we'll fire one like, okay. Why not? Everybody loves somebody sometime. Everybody falls in love somehow. Release me. Get up, get on up, get up, get on up, stay on the scene like a sex machine. Try number 2. We're going to start right on the bend again. When you're bended, start our first race in this bend. Boom. A quick flick to make sure we're at +1. We are. Didn't feel as understeery as the Beetle either. Just because the back end, it did feel understeery, but with a slidey back end you can almost rotate the car a bit better. Oh, Stephen, that was poor man. Dirty tires now as well. Nice library there, isn't it? Flash the headlights, not a problem. This one started awful for us. Soft tires, no fuel. Tim says, send it, it's lap 2. Send that shit. Oh, that's a wee push to pass, oh, the Beetle was trying to go into the pits, man. You can't drive around that corner wide like that when you're going into the pits. It'd be nice and smooth. We weren't good on them mediums. Trying to drive them mediums at the start of our race like we were on a set of softs. Second gear's pretty good to help with a wee bit of rotation in this one as well. Oh, that wasn't good. Wheel on the grass just sent us straight out. Mr. Turismo wants a top 12. Again, man, you were greedy. We held the foot in. We held the foot in. Big red face. Not lost now, hopefully. To go. An F in the chat and no Jerry. It was a rough one as well. No hiding it. Live on stream. How embarrassing. I'm getting this corner a wee bit better just because the second gear gives you that wee bit of rotation around there. Definitely feel like there's more there for us in this car. Again, I dropped the wheel there, so need to avoid that on the inside. Just immediately starts understeering. Boys, Rory starting on the softs. He started on the mediums. Well, what was he doing in the pit? Oh, he must have been coming out of the pits then or something, was it? Or why did I see a set of soft tires beside his name there now? Am I seeing things? Wouldn't be like me. This one's turned into a lonely one. Mr. Crispy. Up ahead, I wonder if Mr. Crispy would come back to play with us. Maybe it's just the understeer kicking in. Slightly more front wear. Let's see what the car handles like. Two to the rear. Excuse me. Oh, they've got powerful headlights. No. Guy behind us hunting us down as well. there's the reason why. Oh. Tires are gone, tires are gone. What do we do? We come in this time in lap 3. Need to go to lap 4 at least. Burrs is also going to have a run at us, no doubt, is he? Oh, no, maybe not, maybe not. Haven't seen JJ in a while. Last thing he posted was about he got kicked out of someone's Twitch stream or something. Oh, big red face in front of the pit crew. I know it was ridiculous. Rory getting the P2 that time. Are we even in top split still? Has people just got off? Or have we lost that many ratings? We've dropped down into split 2. What time are we at? 10:30 as well. I think I'm gonna call it a day as well, you know. Getting late. Get some TV on, or see if we can find something to watch on YouTube. Let's throw out a congratulations to Rory. Off the pace, a lot of improvement, and a nice track, but a nice track to encourage you to keep on coming back to it. I mean, to learn it. Hopefully by the end of the week. I do want to have a bit of fun on Monza as well this week. Top 16, job is still safe, says Jerry. Oh, a struggle. We're definitely lacking a bit of pace, but we're like that as well. We actually, the last time in the other direction, we were lacking pace most of the week. It was really only like Friday, Saturday and Sunday where we started really enjoying and feeling like we had a bit of a flow and a bit of pace on it. Slightly harder in this direction as well. So it is. And we did have a nosy at what was coming up, and we don't know that track, and then it's next week. It's Interlargus. And I think someone said it was a fuel saver. So we might, hopefully that AMG in that old triangle track, it seemed to be half decent with a fuel, so it did. Thank you lads, as usual, anyone who's joined me throughout the stream to say hello and have a wee bit of company. Pleasure as always. I'll hopefully be on more this week because of Monza and because of this here race. We'll hopefully be back on for some more fun. We also need to have a bit of a practice for Interlargus, because we do still. I'm not expecting to get first for AMG League, but we're in first at the minute, and if we get lucky and have another 2 good results, we could end up in first position for AMG, and my brain will tell me that would have been you on your way to a world final. Could you believe that shit if that went down? Huh? Even though there is no world final for being first place in this exhibition season, I wouldn't care. Cars wants me to check out his time on race A before we go. He's in second place on the friends list, 2/10 behind Taylor. Jerry needs a bit of improvement to do. Half a second behind you. Moomin Argies has had to go, 2-3 has had to go. You's all quite enjoy this one then. Or no, Jerry said earlier he was getting punted off left, right and centre. Right, enjoy the rest of your evening, gentlemen. I'm sure if Rory's still on, I'll maybe see you in Rory's chat, but I would expect Rory will be starting to get wrapped up as well. He'll probably be getting wrapped up now, same as me, after having a good result. He'll end his stream with a good result, so he will. I'll catch you on the flip side, gentlemen. Take care.